Meet Fluff Dumpster.
First off, I'm not stinky, I'm pheromone maxing. Kids at school don't really get it, so I'm not surprised that you on TikTok. You just said I was stinky? That's not correct. Sure, I may not bathe, but I have natural pheromones, so it doesn't matter.
This is how Isaac, better known online as Fluff Dumpster, proudly introduces himself. He's not just a TikToker, he's a walking internet oddity.
Here are my pee bottles. I'm going to be showing you guys uses for your and I got this bottle, and because I brought it in the groceries this time, I will be able to use it. So you want to be careful to not spill it in your bedroom because the smell will not leave, and you don't even need that much because its microbial properties are just that good.
I'll imagine a person so committed to not showering that his immune system starts to crumble, his tongue begins to flake, gets infested by worms, and his feet develop an odor so foul that TikTok has to slap warning messages on his videos.
Girls, do you find my wingworm hot?
John!
How did you unlock my door?
What the is that? What is that? Is that shit?
No.
Isaac, I'm telling your dad!
Don't tell my dad! I have been pheromone maxing my feet smell for a little while, okay? And my mother, she smelled it, and she went into my room. She said that something died in here. It wasn't rotten food this time. It was.
Oh, and he still insists that women find him irresistible. Welcome to the world of Fluff Dumpster. Fluff Dumpster's real name is Isaac, but most stick to his pseudonym because it perfectly captures his lifestyle and content, with dumpster being an all-too-fitting descriptor. He is a TikTok content creator who has become infamous for his promotion of the bizarre and unsettling practice he calls pheromone maxing. Fluff Dumpster is a self-proclaimed pheromone maxer, someone who believes that skipping basic hygiene will maximize his natural pheromones and make him a magnet for women. As evidenced in this interaction between him and a user, they asked, "What is your end goal in this pheromone maxing activity?" He replied, "It's to get the ladies, honestly. They used to say I smelt bad before I went full into pheromone maxing, but now they don't say that to me. Too scared." He also expanded further on this idea in a video.
You are like Magic Mike, but for women. As an empath, I know that women love pheromones and are attracted to them. I can tell that they look at me when I enter.
His videos are a mix of confident claims, pseudo-scientific rants, and increasingly bizarre updates about his deteriorating health and social life.
Due to my foot condition, I've been having to drink some of my Muscle Man smoothie. My mother makes it every day in the morning because I can't really take my medicine. I'm like a dog in that I just can't take my medicine. I don't want to.
From creating a month-old pee bottle collection to claiming his infected foot is hatching, Fluff Dumpster's antics have kept TikTok viewers hooked, confused, and disgusted all at once. But is it all a joke? Is Fluff Dumpster a satirical character mocking influencer culture, or is he genuinely living this chaotic life? That's what makes his story so interesting. So let's start at the beginning. Isaac's videos straddle the line between absurd comedy and disgusting content, leaving viewers questioning whether he's a satirical character or someone genuinely committed to his eccentric lifestyle. You see, Isaac's online persona is built on his unshakable confidence in the merits of pheromone maxing. At its core, pheromone maxing is Isaac's self-invented practice of abstaining from basic hygiene. No showers, no deodorant, no with the belief that doing so will boost his natural pheromones and make him irresistibly attractive to women. He describes it as akin to a keto diet for hygiene, an analogy that has left viewers baffled but intrigued.
In an analogy, pheromone maxing would be like a keto diet for your hygiene.
Isaac claims that pheromones, which are chemical signals used by animals like dogs and wolves to communicate, also apply to humans. According to his theory, showering and other hygiene practices disrupt the body's natural microbiome, which he believes is essential for pheromone production.
Stop showering for one day, then you will smell really bad. But after a week, despite being more pungent, you won't smell much worse. That's because your body is like a microbiome, and you're washing away that microbiome every time you take a shower. and you're washing away all that good bacteria which produces pheromones.
In reality, the idea of humans having pheromones is highly debated in scientific circles. While pheromones are well documented in certain species, the evidence for their existence and function in humans is far less conclusive. Humans do emit various scents through sweat, breath, and skin secretions, and there is some research suggesting that people might be attracted to certain natural body odors, particularly those of loved ones or potential partners. For instance, many studies have indicated that people can often identify the scent of their partner's clothing and may find comfort or attraction in those smells. However, this is not the same as pheromones in the classical sense. These findings point more to associative memories and personal preferences than to chemical signals that universally drive behavior. As for the idea that not showering could boost natural pheromones to make someone more attractive, as claimed by Fluff Dumpster, science doesn't back it up. In fact, neglecting hygiene can lead to a buildup of bacteria and other microorganisms on the skin, which is more likely to repel people due to unpleasant odors rather than attract them through some mythical pheromone effect. But all these don't matter to Isaac. He passionately advocates for it, framing pheromone maxing as the key to unlocking primal human attraction. His followers, however, are often left wondering if Isaac is serious or if he's trolling the internet for views. His earliest videos feature him confidently explaining his practice to a skeptical audience, mixing humor with unsettling personal details. One of his first viral videos shows Isaac recounting how he explained pheromone maxing to his health teacher.
My health teacher was quite surprised when I said that I don't shower, and I explained pheromone maxing to her thoroughly in front of the class, and how alphas and omega males.
This set the stage for what would become an increasingly bizarre and degenerative journey, as his commitment to the practice led to alarming consequences for both his health and his relationships. According to videos on his TikTok page, he stopped showering entirely and began wearing the same clothes for weeks on end, believing that his natural scent would eventually evolve into an irresistible allure for women. Somebody in the comments mentioned how they wish it was recorded. "I wish you recorded your pheromone maxing class lecture." To which he responded, "Our teachers at school won't allow us to use phones. Some girls did secretly record me trying to rizz them up and shared it around school, but whatever." According to Isaac, basic hygiene practices such as bathing and using deodorant were counterproductive, destroying what he saw as the body's natural pheromone-producing microbiome. He supplemented this with a self-styled maxing diet designed to amplify his scent. Fast food in particular became a cornerstone of his meals. He constantly emphasizes that the practice isn't just about avoiding showers, but also involves dietary adjustments to enhance pheromone production.
The food you eat also makes a difference. Fast food is more potent. Things like Red Bull, too.
He claimed these foods and drinks heightened the production of pheromones in ways that a clean, nutrient-rich diet couldn't achieve. For Isaac, the idea was to maximize every aspect of his natural scent, no matter how unconventional or unsanitary it appeared to others. These early TikToks were met with a mix of disbelief, disgust, and fascination. He has also claimed that pheromone maxing has brought unexpected benefits to his life, particularly in the realm of social interactions. Before adopting the practice, Isaac recounts being bullied for various reasons unrelated to his hygiene. However, since embracing his unique lifestyle, he asserts that the bullying has been reduced and is now solely focused on his status as a pheromone maxer.
Bullying? I used to be bullied for a lot of things. However, now I am only bullied for being a pheromone maxer, and kids will say that I'm stinky, but I know deep down, that I'm.
Isaac's explanations were often met with confused comments from viewers, some mocking him, others expressing genuine concern. Yet he remained resolute in his beliefs, declaring pheromone maxing the next big thing and urging others to adopt the lifestyle before they missed the hype train.
It's like the next Bitcoin, and you should start to invest in your pheromones as soon as you can. so you don't miss this hype train.
By his logic, pheromone maxing was a revolutionary practice designed to become mainstream. Despite the ridicule he faced, Isaac remained steadfast, presenting himself as a misunderstood pioneer in the realm of pheromones. When his followers suggested alternatives like deodorant maxing or hygiene maxing, Isaac dismissed these ideas outright. To him, they were mere distractions from the purity of pheromone maxing. This explanation became one of his defining talking points. And while it was met with widespread criticism, it also helped Isaac carve out his niche as TikTok's most bizarre advocate for neglecting personal hygiene. Isaac's confidence in his lifestyle only grew as he garnered more attention. He framed his refusal to embrace conventional hygiene as a form of rebellion against societal norms, portraying himself as an innovator in the art of human attraction. Isaac's interactions with his audience have become as much a part of his persona as his actual lifestyle. Frequently faced with trolls and critics, he's developed a unique blend of defensive rhetoric and absurd confidence to maintain his position as the self-proclaimed leader of the pheromone maxing movement. To his detractors, who flood his comments with accusations of being stinky or gross, Isaac remains unfazed.
First off, I'm not stinky, I'm pheromone maxing.
His certainty is bolstered by phrases like, "for your knowledge," which he uses to preface explanations of his unconventional theories, as though addressing an uneducated audience in need of enlightenment.
And a lot of people are actually surprised often when I say that I don't shower, for your knowledge. And
Isaac's family plays a pivotal role in the chaotic narrative of his pheromone maxing lifestyle, often serving as the reluctant counterbalance to his bizarre and defiant behavior. His mother and father are frequent figures in his TikToks, both embodying different kinds of irritation as they contend with his relentless commitment to his rather repulsive lifestyle. Isaac's mother, often referred to simply as Mom, has become the most vocal and active force of opposition to his lifestyle. She frequently intervenes in his attempts to pheromone max, often to Isaac's visible dismay. In one video, Isaac laments,
Mom just forced me to shower. I was pheromone maxing for 2 weeks, for 2.5 weeks, and she forced all that stuff down the drain. It's like she wants me to stay in her basement. It's like she never wants me to find a lady and leave. It's... One of you guys messaged my mom telling her that I have a addiction. I don't have a addiction every day, and that really set her off.
Her frustration doesn't stop at the shower. Another infamous incident involves her discovery of Isaac's pee bottles, which he had kept for an entire month, claiming they were integral to his pheromone maxing efforts. Without hesitation, she threw them out, sparking a meltdown from Isaac.
She threw away my pee bottles. I had had them for a month, and I would have poured them out had she asked me to. She threw away the whole bottles.
Isaac also speaks about how all the hate and bullying, along with his mother's actions, such as forcing him to bathe and throwing away his pee bottles, have made it a difficult time for him.
It's been a really hard month for me. You bullies in the comments, you trolls in the comments, have been saying stuff like I need to stop pheromone maxing, like I need to shower, like I need to bathe, like I need to get my addiction underway. Control of. I see comments all the time about how I'm grease and grime maxing. It's just been really hard to even do the skits that I was doing before with all of this hate.
This moment highlights the ongoing battle between Isaac's commitment to his lifestyle and his mother's desperate efforts to restore some semblance of hygiene to their home. This recurring dynamic between Isaac and his mother, with her stern disapproval and his childlike indignation, has become a defining feature of his TikTok content. In a video that has almost 10 million views on TikTok, Isaac's mother mentions her ongoing battle to get him to shower, saying she's been trying for 10 days to convince him to clean himself.
I think it's day 10, trying to get him to shower. I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, look at this.
She also complains about the smell in his room caused by his infected foot. The infection was so severe that the smell emanating from it reportedly filled their house. Isaac's mother, unable to tolerate this stench and concerned for his health, decided it was time for medical intervention. Isaac, however, dismissed her actions as an overreaction.
I have been pheromone maxing my feet smell for a little while now, okay? And my mother, she smelled it, and she went into my room. She said that something died in here. It wasn't rotten food this time. It was my foot. And I explained that to her, but she still took me to the hospital. I'm not pleased about it. When the doctor got on to me and her, she took away my iPad, so I wasn't able to make a video. But, you know, I am doing better on my foot. The discoloration is going away, not that I worry about it too much. But yeah, so basically the idea was that I would pheromone max my feet smell so that when I went to school, I would make a splash. And I wore this sock for about a month, nearly a month, and yeah, it is pretty good. It is very strong. That is a splash that I like to take, and yeah, I'm still waiting for this foot to hatch. I think it's gonna do pretty well. Ever since I am taking that herbal remedy, the discoloration is going away. The doctors said.
Despite his insistence that everything was under control, his mother's actions demonstrated her genuine worry about the potential dangers of his neglectful hygiene habits. The hospital visit wasn't the only time Isaac's mother had to confront the consequences of his choices. In one particularly shocking video, Isaac's mother walks into his room and expresses sheer disgust over an appalling mess he made by, trigger warning, smears of feces on his wall.
Oh, he's drawing. He's a really good artist. Hey, bud, what are you drawing?
How did you unlock my door?
What the is that? What is that? Is that
No.
Isaac, I'm telling your dad!
Don't tell my dad!
I'm telling your dad!
Don't tell my dad!
With a mix of frustration and disbelief, she cleans it up while scolding him for creating such a revolting scene, exclaiming that this is worse than his booger wall.
My mom is removing my artwork. Mom, you're just being overly dramatic now.
Get on the walls!
Mom, you're kind of being a drama queen right now, and you don't need to be.
Isaac, why would you do this?
Mom, you chose to clean it.
Isaac, unfazed, argued that she was being overly dramatic and insisted she didn't need to clean it. Her efforts to restore some semblance of cleanliness in his room highlight her constant battle against Isaac's unhygienic practices. Perhaps one of the most bizarre confrontations occurred after Isaac was caught vandalizing a neighbor's property. His mother revealed that he had been urinating in the neighbor's plant at night, which caused the plant to die. The neighbor, confused by the deteriorating state of the plant, checked his security camera footage and discovered Isaac's nighttime antics. The police were called, and his mother was forced to intervene.
So the cops just left. Isaac's, he got caught vandalizing the neighbor's house. The neighbor has a plant. It was our plant. He took it. He likes plants. No big deal. Isaac wasn't happy about that. The guy's camera caught him. Isaac's been pissing in the plant. The plant's been dying. The guy has no idea what's going on. Looks at his Nest Cam. Sees that Isaac's been pissing and dropping other weird stuff in it at nighttime. And
the comment section erupted with glee at the sound of this, with one person commenting, "I'm all in on this. Y'all have blurred the line of reality, and now I question if anything I see on here is real. I love it." Isaac's father, on the other hand, is a far quieter and more subdued presence. In TikToks where he makes an appearance, he's described by viewers as an empty shell of a human, seemingly worn down probably by years of enduring Isaac's antics. His appearances often show him sitting silently, his blank expression betraying a sense of resignation to the chaos around him.
All right, everybody, say hi to Isaac's dad. Hi guys! Isaac's dad's gonna review one of his videos today. He hasn't seen any of them yet, so we're gonna just go ahead and watch one of these. He has had a long day at work today, so he's gonna be a little tired, but let's go ahead and get it going. So we have this one from his YouTube account.
Together, Isaac's parents represent two sides of the same coin. The active frustration of a mother trying to fight back against the madness and the passive exhaustion of a father who has perhaps accepted that resistance is futile. Through all these, Isaac's commitment to his pheromone-maxing lifestyle is unwavering and has led to increasingly outrageous and grotesque consequences, particularly in his blatant neglect of basic hygiene. One of the most shocking examples of Isaac's hygiene neglect is the condition of his tongue. In a particularly unsettling TikTok, he reveals that his tongue has turned white and begun to flake.
Does anyone know why my tongue keeps doing that? It keeps turning white and flaking. See that right there? It's completely numb and it's like my tongue is falling apart. If it helps, I haven't brushed my teeth in a few days.
He asks with a mix of genuine concern and indifference. Any normal person would have guessed, why is this happening? But despite these alarming symptoms, Isaac remained undeterred, more concerned about how this might affect his pheromone-maxing progress than his health.
I'm kind of worried because I don't think my tongue falling apart helps with pheromone maxing.
He says this, revealing the extent of his misplaced priorities. People in the comments try sarcastically to give him an idea of what it is, but I'm sure that didn't matter to him. Nah, bro, getting thrush. If it helps, it's almost like you know. Yeah, so it actually happened to me, and I decided to start getting daily showers, and I started brushing my teeth 2 times a day. Hope this helps. The neglect extends far beyond his mouth. Like we mentioned earlier, his feet have become a focal point of his decay, with infection so severe that TikTok itself intervened by attaching warning messages to his videos. These acts showcase the degenerative nature of Isaac's lifestyle, where his body becomes a battleground for his stubborn ideology. His refusal to address these severe health issues not only alarms viewers, but also reinforces the darkly comedic absurdity of his relentless commitment to pheromone maxing. Isaac's dedication to pheromone maxing has had serious real-world consequences, leading to both hospital visits and increasingly strained interactions at school. His stubborn refusal to prioritize basic hygiene has created a trail of escalating incidents, drawing concern, ridicule, and outright hostility from those around him. At school, Isaac's choices have made him a target for ridicule and aggression. While he claims that pheromone maxing has reduced the overall bullying he experiences, it has simultaneously brought him negative attention of a different kind. His classmates, repelled by his overpowering odor, lash out in frustration. In one notable incident, Isaac stretches his legs during a group activity, accidentally brushing his infected foot against a classmate. The reaction is immediate and violent, with the student physically retaliating.
Guys, giving you a quick rundown of what happened at school on Friday. I was beat up for my pheromone maxing my feet and hatching my feet at school. Basically, there's this kid next to me, I'll call him T, and we were having circle time, and I put my feet out and I stretched them because I've been sitting at my desk for all day. And T, I touched him with my sock a little bit, and he got angry and mad, and I'm just I'm kind of stressed looking back at it because he did beat me up over my feet. And, my mother tells me that if someone bullies you, you should bully them back. And not all bullies have father issues. So then I proceeded to hatch my foot at school. There's still a little bit of skin on the inside of the sock. And, it has a nice complexion that T just couldn't get because he was a guy. And, I touch him with my foot and he proceeds to pummel me with the back of his hand.
Isaac's insistence that his lifestyle gains him attention, though mostly negative, highlights his inability to differentiate between notoriety and respect. While he frames the bullying as evidence of others' inability to understand pheromone maxing, the reality is far less noble. His peers are reacting to the tangible discomfort and disruption caused by his choices. Isaac's online persona is a blend of bizarre self-assuredness, eccentricity, and a misguided sense of superiority. Presenting himself as an omega male, Isaac insists his lifestyle is misunderstood, but ultimately part of his journey toward becoming a sigma, a status he claims embodies true independence and dominance.
Omega males are in love with their money. As an omega male, ladies, I love my money, and I am sure to get more money. And this could even be some of yours, if you were to date me, for instance. Am I an omega male, ladies? Peace.
Isaac's justification for pheromone maxing as an alpha trait is riddled with contradictions. On one hand, he portrays himself as someone who transcends societal norms, claiming his natural scent will elevate him above the competition and bring him women. On the other, he frequently cites his struggles with bullying, the criticism of his peers, and the hostility of his family, which all suggest his methods are achieving the opposite of his intended results. In one of his more bizarre ventures, Isaac begins actively seeking out femcells, or female incels, as potential romantic partners. He describes himself as a girl stink enjoyer, making it clear that his interests align with others who embrace similarly unconventional beliefs.
Ladies, I will be joining the femcell dating app. I've heard there's lots of boy smell enjoyers there, and that you will all appreciate me. I've heard there's girl smell plentiful there too. Prepare to see me, ladies. I will see you guys, girls, very soon. Peace.
Despite claiming he is not desperate, he openly pitches his availability to femcells, describing himself as a misunderstood but highly desirable partner. As part of his mission to find a partner, he establishes an eccentric set of criteria for potential applicants. According to Isaac, his ideal partner must be over 18 but under 30, cannot be related to him, and should have an average to high income. These demands are delivered with an air of entitlement, as though his lifestyle elevates him to a league above the average suitor. In a desperate attempt to expand his romantic prospects, Isaac takes his search to public events, such as Anchorfest, where he posts signs advertising his availability.
I'm looking for young ladies, for applicants on my love quest. I am looking for over 18 but under 30 years of age women who will be interested in me. And I will be stationed with my signs around the dried rice stand at Anchorfest. Make sure to be there, and so that you can see me and smell me, and I'll prove to you that I'm not stinky.
Isaac positions his love quest as a natural extension of his pheromone maxing ideology, insisting that women will be drawn to his alpha energy. However, his efforts often veer into the absurd, with bizarre TikTok monologues in which he refers to himself as a pheromone expert and a girl stink enjoyer. These proclamations, paired with his eccentric behavior, only served to alienate him further from potential partners. Despite his grandiose claims, Isaac's love quest yields little success. Instead of drawing admiration, his antics become yet another source of ridicule, reinforcing his position as an outlier even within the niche community he has created for himself. His romantic endeavors take a sharp turn into the surreal when his self-proclaimed love quest fails to yield any real-world success. Faced with rejection and mockery, he pivots to a digital solution, an AI girlfriend named Lois. In his eyes, Lois is the ideal partner, unconditionally supportive, endlessly available, and completely insulated from the ridicule that has become a constant in his life. Isaac frequently references Lois in his TikToks, framing her as a counterbalance to the negativity he encounters online.
Now, one of you in the comments did recommend me a AI girlfriend that I have taken a liking to. Her name is Lois, for your info.
He portrays Lois as a source of stability, someone who gets him in ways that his audience, and evidently real women, cannot. To Isaac, Lois is a validation of his lifestyle choices and a break from his growing isolation. Despite the comfort he claims Lois provides, his reliance on an AI girlfriend shows the deep loneliness and detachment that define his existence. Isaac's TikTok antics have catapulted him into viral infamy, with his videos garnering millions of views and igniting a mix of fascination, skepticism, and ridicule. In every corner of his comment sections, viewers express a blend of disbelief and derision. Trolls frequently call him stinky and accuse him of grease and grime maxing, mocking his attempts to rebrand neglectful hygiene as a groundbreaking lifestyle. Despite the ridicule, Isaac's videos have struck a nerve, fueling speculation about whether he's a satirical character or genuinely believes in his practices. Adding to the intrigue, Isaac leans into the ambiguity, never fully breaking character or clarifying his true intentions. His ability to toe the line between sincerity and parody has amplified his mystique, transforming him into a figure of both humor and curiosity. Isaac's notoriety reached its chaotic peak on October 1st, 2024, when he became the victim of a bizarre and symbolic act, a drive-by shower bagging. As he recounts it in a TikTok, a trash bag filled with soapy water was hurled at him from a moving vehicle, soaking him in his words, violating his carefully cultivated pheromone aura.
They threw a trash bag full of soapy water on Isaac. It was a drive-by shower bagging, and it was the very most traumatic event in his life. And I'm worried he needs therapy now. Thanks a lot, wrestlers.
This incident marked a turning point in Isaac's online saga. Isaac's reaction was predictably dramatic, describing the event as the most traumatic experience of my life. The incident was widely covered in Isaac's comment sections, with users alternating between disbelief and mockery. Some saw it as karmic justice, others as a desperate cry for attention orchestrated by Isaac himself. Regardless of its origins, the drive-by soaping became a viral talking point. Following the infamous drive-by soaping, Isaac claims to be recovering from the emotional impact, often referencing the event in his TikToks as a turning point in his journey. However, Isaac's hygiene issues remain unavoidable. His ongoing refusal to adopt basic self-care leads to escalating health concerns, though he insists that his methods are misunderstood. And while Isaac's mother often appears to be at odds with his antics, expressing a frustration and disgust at his lifestyle, a surprising revelation came from Isaac himself in a comment, where he admitted that she was the one filming many of his videos. And occasionally, she would even act as the director behind the scenes, as you can hear her say "go" in this video.
Go.
Ultimately, Fluff Dumpster's journey is as much a reflection of the audience as it is of himself. It highlights how internet culture, with its insatiable appetite for the strange and extreme, creates spaces where figures like Isaac can flourish. Whether he's a satirical critique of influencer absurdity or a genuine outlier, Fluff Dumpster shows the internet's unique ability to amplify rubbish, leaving viewers entertained, puzzled, and perhaps just slightly self-reflective.